Ranked 2.0. I solved the problem. I always see these YouTube videos, people complaining about, oh, Ranked 2.0 sucks, Ranked 2.0 is terrible. I'm sick of it. I wasn't even gonna make this video, but I'm just tired of people complaining. Every YouTuber I watch on YouTube has made a video at some point. Matchmaking sucks. Why'd they even change the matchmaking? Why is there a gold on my team? I'm diamond. Holy sweat. Ubisoft sucks. Everyone always talks about the problem. They always complain and say the issue, but nobody ever gives a solution. So today, all I'm gonna do is talk about how to fix the rank system, how to make it way better than it actually is right now. I have ideas that no one has ever. All of these ideas are completely original. I've made them all up myself, and I actually think if Ubisoft takes these videos, if somebody watches my video, and they have Tom Clancy put into the game these ideas in the most humble way possible, the game will improve. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is straight off the dome. I didn't plan this out too much. This is my planning of the video. But real quick, because I know there's probably people here who have never seen me before. My resume for employment is essentially, I started playing this game in year 9, season 3. I am 39 seasons deep right now. Our current series on YouTube is trying to solo queue to PC champ and console champ in one season on Control. The whole point of me saying any of that is I have suffered. I know what it means to suffer. The main issues with Rank 2.0, and I'm going to keep this brief because we kind of already know the issues. I just have to outline them because if I don't, it'll be confusing when I outline the solution. Uneven matchmaking, hidden MMR versus rank, and then the third one's really bad. Yeah, that's basically it. I even looked through like Reddit posts to help prepare for this video. I mean, those are the basic issues, right? You'll be diamond and you'll have a bronze on your team and you'll be like, why do I have a bronze on my team? And then the answer to that would be, oh, well, the hidden MMR versus your rank. Your rank isn't your actual MMR. My diamond 1 rank in PC isn't actually the hidden MMR that I am. So I could have a bronze teammate who has hidden MMR of diamond 1 or whatever mine is, because I don't even know what mine is in the first place. It all gets confusing because nobody actually knows what their actual skill level is, blah, blah, blah. In Rank 2.0, your rank doesn't actually equal your skill. In Rank 2.0, you have a rank, diamond 1, and you have a hidden skill rating. The hidden skill rating is what your matchmaking is based on. And that's something that nobody can see, and nobody knows what theirs is, and nobody knows what their teammates is. So that's basically why you'd have a diamond 1 and a bronze on the same team, because they could have the same hidden skill rating. The point is, it's confusing and nobody knows what's going on. But the third issue, and kind of the main reason I'm making this video, is something called rank inflation. It's a term coined by me, and it is this idea that since Rank 2.0 came out, the number of champions that have existed in the game have absolutely skyrocketed, especially in the first season. In fact, in Rank 1.0, I remember being a Platinum 2, and I queued against a Diamond 5 stack. Except one of those players weren't Diamond, they were Champion. And that player was by far, undoubtedly, superior to anyone else in the lobby. Back in the day, I remember when I'd be Platinum and I'd just get that off chance of queuing into a champ game, which, side note, you'd think would be annoying in our current, like you'd think that'd be an annoying, like why are you Platinum playing a champ? Back then, that was something you wanted to happen, and I'll explain that later, but queuing that champion player, that instilled fear into my brain. Back then, playing a champion was like a death sentence. You knew you were gonna lose, but if you won, oh my. So anyway, those are the issues. If I'm missing any, let me know. Now, I have 2 solutions to these problems, and any other minor problems there are, because I'm sure I missed some of them, maybe. Also, real quick, I know this is like a completely different type of video that I've ever done. I'm just testing something new kind of right now, so normally I would never upload something like this, but I just got angry at all the videos complaining about Rank 2.0, so I decided to make this video, and if I should do more of them, because I know how to solve the cheating problem. I know, heck, I forgot to say this, I've only ever done 2 videos like this before on my channel. First video was years ago, and it was about how to solve the M&K problem on console. 9 months after I uploaded that video, Ubisoft put Mousetrap into the game. Turns out that Mousetrap was based exactly on the things that I was saying in that video, and then a month or 2 ago, I made a video trying to get KOST to be put in the game, alongside KD, and now it's happening next season. Is that a coincidence? Yes, it's probably a coincidence. If you want me to do more of these, let me know, but if not, I won't ever do one ever again. My first solution, this is a very high-level solution, it's a very broad solution. Hire a mathematician. I know, this one's vague, but think about it. If Ubisoft could just hire a mathematician, just shout out to like find some gamer at Harvard, MIT, and hire them to find the perfect algorithm for matchmaking. It can't be that hard. Just email a professor and be like, hey bro, I'll give you $5 grand if you can solve this problem. The guy's a math nerd, so he'll solve the problem. Again, I know it's a high level solution and that's not what you were probably looking for when you clicked on this video, but it's the next one's better. But you gotta keep in mind the frame of reference where I'm coming at this. I've taken computer science classes, I've taken high level math classes. I know that there's algorithms out there that none of us even know exist. In other words, I am aware of things that I do not know. For example, one that I am familiar with, maybe even be working rank, something called the logarithmic scoring system. Now, I'm gonna keep this as simple as possible because I'm sure that nobody cares about what I'm about to say. And don't ask me why or how I know this. It's basically when you take a logarithmic score and you assign it to every single player in a log. So everyone has their different log score. Now, the way logarithms work is that if you're a super high outlier, like you're #1 champion in the world, then you get punished a ton if you lose. However, if you beat that super high level player, then you get rewarded a ton for winning. And then if it's a very very even match, then you only gain a little bit, lose only a little bit. In other words, the amount of elo that you would gain or lose would be proportional to the skill gap that you have in a matchmaking system. Going back to that scenario where you have a bronze and a diamond on different teams or on the same team, whatever, that would be a super high skill gap, so the bronze would gain a ton of elo if they beat the diamond. And it's a little more complicated than that, but I don't really want to go into it, and it's just probably never going to happen. I figured I'd just throw that out there. That's an example of what I'm talking about when I say hire a mathematician. I mean, heck, Ubisoft could put out a bounty on social media and be like, hey, shout out to the world. Anyone who can create the best possible rank system, we just want to hear your idea. We will pay you $5,000 if it's good enough to implement in the game. Anyway, that's my first solution. That's the worst. I just figured I'd throw that in there because, like, I don't know why they wouldn't do that already. Now onto the good. But in order for me to explain this one, we got to understand why Ubisoft even likes Rank 2.0 in the first place. Because a lot of people hate Rank 2.0, some people love Rank 2.0. Ubisoft actually enjoys Rank 2.0, and the reason they enjoy it, and honestly, I'm not like that offended by the system either. It's not that bad in my opinion. It seems like most games are decent. But the reason Ubisoft likes Ranked 2.0 is because compared to Ranked 1.0, players stay on the game longer and basically just play Rainbow Six Siege more. More people play Rainbow Six Siege in Ranked 2.0 than Ranked 1.0. And you can kind of imagine the reason why. Copper to Champion, that's a progression system. You're incentivized to play the game more, to rank up more. You don't want to finish the season at Copper, right? So, oh, I'm going to play a few more games, hit Bronze. Oh, I might as well hit Silver. More people just play the game, but I can make it even better. And this is where it's important to recognize, Ubisoft may even say this, that at the end of the day, not everyone's going to be happy. There's always going to be someone who doesn't like the system, somebody who wishes we could go back to Ranked 1.0. And if we go back to 1.0, then why don't we go back to 2.0? No, scratch the whole thing. We need Ranked 3.0. Someone's always going to complain, and you're not going to make that guy happy. But I am. I'm going to make all of them happy. I have a solution for everybody. This would be Ranked 3.0, Ranked 2.0, and Ranked 1.0. All in one. The perfect solution. The perfect solution. You'd start out in Rank 2.0 just like we do now, right? You start at Copper and you have to build your way up to a certain rank, right? So in other words, you would keep the Rank 2.0 that we have now. Generally speaking, quick side note, the only thing I'm skipping over here is that I want to make it in some way where your hidden MMR is visible, right? The reason your MMR is hidden is because everyone starts at Copper at the same season. So you'd have Rank 2.0 in all of its glory, right? But what I want to see happen is that instead of the highest rank being Champion, I'd actually want it to be Diamond, okay? And I'm going to explain why. And that's because after players hit Diamond in Ranked 2.0, I would want the system to switch into a Ranked 1.0 system. In other words, to make things more simple. In other words, to simplify what I'm saying, the system would start out as a Copper to Diamond ladder push, right? Like you're trying to climb through the ranks, get as high as you can. That keeps the progression system, and that keeps Ubisoft happy, and that makes them more incentivized to put this into their game. Because then you're going to keep all the benefits from Ranked 2.0, and then the system is going to switch into a, I like to call it a Clash Royale type system, right? Where basically you kind of win and lose the same amount. That's kind of how Ranked 1.0 is. That's very similar to how Clash Royale is if you've played Clash Royale. And this is where things get interesting. Because at this point, I'd also want to see something like the logarithmic system implemented. Because at this point, we're building off of our current system. So I'd want to see new ranks put into the game that are higher than Champion. Maybe Champion is the first rank that you can hit in this new system, right? This is where you go from Diamond to Champion, right? You really got to work for it. But now there's ranks higher than Champion, which solves our rank inflation problem, where there's like way too many champions nowadays, and there's people who hit Champion who are absolutely horrid at the game. And I'm talking maybe they just add 3 more ranks, or maybe they don't even call them ranks. Maybe it's like a different level of something. I want to see 3 more ranks where all of the top players are strung out. In a way, this would be similar to the current Champion numbered system where like, oh, that guy's 4,000 in the world, that guy's 2,000 in the world, but it'd be more complex. A few more ranks could be added to the game to string out these super high level players across these ranks. So for example, a professional Pro League player might be able to hit the highest rank in the game if they grinded a very, very good Champion nowadays. Maybe he hits the second highest rank or the third highest rank. Like maybe he's not even up there. I'm talking we put in a system where the highest rank, there is only a handful of players who have that. Like, I want it to be so insanely rare that when you see somebody with that rank, the fear of you are terrified. Personally, I just think that'd be really cool. Personally, I think a system like that would be really cool. And the last thing I'll say to add on to that is that it'd be similar to the logarithmic system I was describing earlier. So maybe you're still in the Rank 2.0 progression and you're still trying to hit Diamond for the first time. These super high level players are going to need people to get matched up against. So maybe there's this stack of ultimate champions, right? Like a rank higher than Champion, whatever you want to call it. And these ultimate champions can't find another super high level stack to play against. So they get matched against, well, me. I'm not an Emerald, I'm just saying. Well, I mean, hey, maybe in this new system I'd be an Emerald though. You never know, right? Because they all change. Okay, sorry. I know what you're thinking. Like, Smoothie, why on earth would that be a good thing for these ultimate champions to get matched against Emeralds? Here's why. Back in Ranked 1.0, something similar to this also happened, where if you queued against a champion and you were Platinum, I said earlier in the video, that wasn't necessarily a horrible thing. Yes, you were probably going to lose. Yes, matchmaking seemed unfair. But if you, as a Platinum, or in this case, as an Emerald, beat this super high-level stack, then you would literally gain 150 elo. You would go up an entire rank. I'm not even kidding. And if you lost, you would literally lose the smallest amount of elo you've ever seen in your life. It's basically like you could play the lottery for 50 cents and have a chance at winning $1 million. And if you lost, you just lose 50 cents. Like, it wasn't a big deal. But if you win, you're literally $1 million. That should be brought back into the game. And last thing I'll note is that I'm sure I'm missing things when I'm going through all these issues and whatnot. I'm sure there's some things that you'd want to see fixed that I didn't touch on. And in that case, comment below what your solution would be. Maybe adding on to my solution, maybe a completely different. There is one problem I could think of with my solutions, and that is that the Rank 2.0 hidden MMR would probably still be in the game in some way, because the Rank 2.0 system would still be in the game, right? So in other words, there could still be a case of a Platinum player from last season takes a break for a few months, gets on next season, like late when the season's ended, and he's Copper. He plays with a bunch of Platinums, and the Platinum's like, why is there a Copper on my team? But the guy was Platinum last season. That could still be a potential issue, but I mean, they could just publicize hidden MMR, put it next to your rank, so that if you have a Copper but it's high hidden MMR, people would know. I don't know, that could be a solution. But at the end of the day, and I hope you've enjoyed my glorious presentation, did solo queue to PC champ, by the way, just putting that out there. Tom Clancy needs to do two things to the matchmaking system. Hire a mathematician to solve all the problems that I didn't address. Number two, change it from a ladder push system where like you're pushing from rank to rank to rank to rank, kind of like Clash Royale, like you're going from arena to arena to arena, to after you hit the max rank in the ladder push, then it turns into a more of a win-lose, 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 more of a teeter-tot, more of a ranked 1.0 system. You just have to win more games than you're losing to rank up. Gain 30 elo for winning, and you lose 30 for losing. So you just got to keep winning, or you're going to lose the same amount. If you win, lose, you just stay at the same rank. Again, kind of like Clash Royale. I think that'd be cool. I think that could create world peace. I think if Ubisoft put this into the game, it would change my life forever.